Yeah. Once again, good morning. Back here with the lesson. In the last class, we are discussing about an first module, and we have started with a cost of the development of a mobile application. So, in that particular thing, we had discussed how on a hardware and hardware expenditure will be there, cost of the hardware will be there, what you need, the MacBook, maybe or on other Intel laptops if you are developing in Android and all. So that we had discussed and what are advanced testing devices you may need, mobiles and all you may need. So that and all we have discussed and what are the different types of mobiles and different types of platforms which will be there. And coming to the software which we have discussed that what are the very important that how an IDE will play the role and how a basic language will also play the role to develop that and how the different mobile development kits or packages will be taken into the consideration. So that and all we have discussed in the last class. And coming to next topic, that what we have discussed is a mobile development. In that particular consideration, we have considered that what are the different frameworks will be there, which you have to develop. Means what are the things you may use in that framework and what which is operating system which is needed to make that particular framework for an Android. What are the things that is needed? So that and all we had discussed in a last class. Now, in a last class, I have shown you an example also that how important the layout should be there and how attractive it should be there. And we have gone with a difference of a good and great apps, how it will be there. And I have given an example also to you, taking one MG app into the consideration and depending on the development of an app, how a design layout should be there based on a customers. That we have given a differences between the ordinary app means the customer selling apps like that one and the GPS apps where location is important. So how it has been differ from an layout and an appearance and even in a functionalities also it will differ. So that means based on a functionalities of one particular system, so we'll decide that what type of an app is needed and how what type of an screen layouts it has been needed, and then we will start designing an app for that. And I have told you that moreover the difference between what how a small app the childrens will develop today and how in a companies the app importance will be given, the design work analysis within a present apps and all. So how attraction of a customers they can do within that particular app screen and all with examples I have told you. And we'll enter into the today's class with the myths of the important points how you can develop an app, how when you are developing that what you have to keep in your mind. Just I'll share the PPT. Share. Right, coming to the last class, just have a look on this. So there are really four major development targets which we had discussed. And first one is an iOS. Just a minute. Yeah, yeah. iOS, for this iOS technologies, you need a Apple's Xcode with Objective-C and Cocoa Touch that I have told you. It will be there in a Macintosh operating system. That means in a MacBook. So using that, you can develop this particular Android. Sorry, iOS apps for an Apple smartphone. For an Android, you need a Java and Java different tools you may need. Actually, they have told that here we are using Android Studio, as I told you the difference. And but in this particular textbook, they have told that Eclipse with an Android toolkit. So any of the laptops means systems you can use, that is PC, Mac, or on a Linux based, Windows based, and use. Coming to the next, Blackberry. This also I told you that here also we'll use Java emulator and distribution tools on Windows. So we'll use especially for education and government projects or apps will be done with this Blackberry phones, not in commercial wise, it is very less. Coming to the Windows Phone 7. So here, as I told you, that .NET and C hash plays a very much important role. You must know before developing. You must know the .NET framework. You must have in your Windows operating system, and you must be very good in C hash. So using a Silverlight multi-platform web technology, you are going to develop the apps for an Windows Phone 7 mobile operating system. Coming to the next thing, this we have to start from this session. We have to start from this particular thing. Now, mobile application development minds. What's the first one which we should think? It is inexpensive to develop a mobile solution. Note down this. What is this inexpensive to develop a mobile solution? Comparatively within a web technology, and as well as the expenditure when you compare to develop an mobile app, it is less expensive or an inexpensive to develop on a mobile solution. That you have to make a note. Here, what actually to say means how I can prove this. This things which I have taken from my side, from all the apps and all the development things and all, which you have to keep in mind. Comparatively, as a developer, when you feel like that's coding and all, when you take an Android Studio and all, Android Studio is open source open source IDE, and Linux, whatever you will take this, and also open source. When you want to do an inexpensive mobile application, then on a Linux you can do it. Means you can download an Android Studio, and you can Java is also free. You know that it's a open source SDK. You can take automatically. You can install that, and you can start doing your apps. So it's easy to develop in a mobile solution. Comparatively with all other projects, very easy to develop on a mobile application. In beginning, the difficulties we have seen, but while implementation means doing a coding and all, the mobile app development is easy. Today, a lot of tools are there to develop this particular. Not only an Android Studio is there, different other IDEs are there. For example, MIT App Tool developer just drag and drop the blocks, and you connect the blocks according to the sequence of your app flow. Then automatically and the code will be generated. Just small 1 line or 2 lines of a code if you put according to your logic. It's sufficient to develop an app there. In Android Studio also same thing. Even a design layout will be there, and you can take the components and drag and drop as I told you. We don't need a mobile presence. This is very much important. An emulator will be there with you, and that emulator, like a mobile, means it will have all features of a mobile. Even if your phone is connected to internet, means from emulator, even you can call any app is there of calling and sending a message. Also, you can do using that emulator only. That means assume that you are having a mobile with you, like a real mobile with you. That similarity of functions will be there in a mobile device, means emulators. So that using that you can do, means there is no need of a mobile presence. Say you need a large development team. Underline this. You need a large development team. One of Kishan, somebody asked like that, sir, individually we have to do the app. Doing individually, it will be not good actually to say, but when you do in a teamwork, the features, sorry, 1 minute. Whatever will be there, it will be very useful, and you can exchange the informations from one another. Hello, are you connected? Are you connected? Are you connected?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just small disturbance. That's why I'm asking. Okay. Now you need a large development team actually to say in companies and all. A very good team will be there. coding is very easy in an apps. Once you have to keep in your mind the coding part and whatever is coming. Once the design layout is everything, features, functionalities, and screen format layouts, components, everything is ready. Developing it will take around just a small thing which you can do within a week like that. But where a lot of work will be there while developing a mobile apps means the survey, analysis, and designing a layout on a sheet of paper. This is very much important. So you have to draw the layout on a sheet of a paper and what components you have to fit in this particular screen and what colors should be there for an background screen and what colors should be there to an icon, how a text box should look like. So taking a decision on this particular thing rather than is more important rather than doing a code. Once if you decide, yes, my app should have this background color. You may ask me the question, sir, function, while doing a functionality, what is the use of a background color and all? Even background colors attracting your customers, assume that one of the color is very glary and it's getting into the eyes, means the customer can't bear that. So based on mobile resolution, assume that one customer will have almost all brightness, so 50% more than that brightness will be there. For that, which colors you should use, sorry, which icons you should have with that particular thing. So that is rather than very much important that you have to give. When it will be in a teamwork, no, one or the one they will give an idea, and definitely you can have, means while discussing within a team and designing that particular thing, your app gets succeed. Coming to the next one, the important next important point is sweet equity can pay for the applications. So this you don't take, means whatever a small amount means applications will be there that you have to pay, and then you can put in a Google store. Even in a Google store, also some free concepts is also there. I'll tell you while doing later apps. Many much means it's cheap, it's easy, it's unnecessary. You can't do it without a large team, and you shouldn't have to pay for it. So all these things you can keep in your mind while developing an app. That means anybody can develop an app. Don't worry about that. But the designing and analysis part is rather than very much important. Coming to the next thing, that is third-party frameworks. Now, what is, we already know the frameworks, am I right? We already know the frameworks that for iOS we need so and so, and for Android you need so and so, and then for phone page 7 we need a Windows and C hash and all that. I told for Android Studio you need a Java, and Eclipse you may need one type, and Android Studio you can install and you can do. Coming to the iOS, Apple Xcode is needed with Cocoa Frame, that we have discussed that. Now coming to this third-party frameworks, there are a number of third-party frameworks for mobile development. So rather than based on a particular app development frameworks, there are other third-party frameworks also. The idea of the write once and deploy to many languages is a key force deriving these frameworks. That means what I can say is I will develop an app in one particular third-party framework, and it should be useful both for iOS as well as Android. Yeah, that you can do using a third-party frameworks. In that, there are three types of frameworks are there. That is translated frameworks, web frameworks, and interpreted frameworks. Now we'll see the first one, that is a translated frameworks. Translated frameworks takes a single language and use a one replacement to develop a binary in the native language. So what actually to say this means, cross-platform is a one particular IDE which you can use in this translated frameworks. So what actually this particular will do means it will take any one single language. Means for a cross platform we are going to use this one, means Java as a code, and you keep on doing your app, everything you do.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, Kishan couldn't joining the class, sir.
That's why I told you must come early, man. That's why. Otherwise, it will become difficulty to me to admit. Yeah, now I have admitted everyone who all are there. Right? I have admitted who are there in pending. Kishan is also admitted now. Yeah, and I'm back here with the lesson. Now, with this particular, once if you do a code in this one particular language, then automatically the code, whatever you have did, it will be replaced with a binary. But when it's replaced with a binary in a native language, automatically, once a binary is there, then you can put that in any type of an language. Means you can convert that to any type of an platforms. You can fit that. So in this method, the third-party frameworks are working. So if you do an app using this third cross platform, for example, if you do a app in that particular thing, it will be used both for an Android and an iOS. You can deploy that particular app. But what the general sequence is there, some of all the app features you can't implement using this third party frameworks, that you have to keep in your mind. Even in companies also, they are not using the third party frameworks. Why? Almost all, when I inquired with my friends, those who are working in a company on this particular thing, I asked them, so how you are doing in a mobile app applications, especially there will be two platforms in the customer wise or in the market wise, to say Android and an iOS. So there will be two. And then how you are going to do? I asked them whether you are using a third party frameworks. To do that particular thing, class platform is there, and he told very clearly, yeah, it is there. And usually to say, for small apps and all, we may use that, and it would means within a Karnataka boundary or small things apps which you are doing, you may use that. But for any commercial means the MNC projects, means very big projects is there, means more functionalities worth projects is there, and they are not using this third party um, frameworks. Why? The reason they have told very clearly, two teams, separate teams will be there to develop an iOS project, and this based on the functionalities, we'll develop that and we'll deploy that. Why? Because the third party interference will be more here rather than means all the features, whatever is there, we can't implement using this particular thing. But for our level, it's okay. Means we can, if you use this cross platform IDE, then once if you make a code and all, automatically you can make your app to be deployed in both iOS as well as the Android. So that is a thing behind this. Coming to the web frameworks, use the native languages control for displaying web content and stick developer generated HTML web applications in it. And as usual, you do your web app using an HTML5, whatever is how you are doing normally. Using HTML tags, you can do your web application, develop it. They also use plugins to offer the native device functionalities inside the web applications. So you use some functionalities, plugins are there. Once if you fix that plugins, automatically your web screen, whatever is there, it will going to fit into the mobile. That means your mobile means the customer, he can view your web frames in a mobile based on a mobile size. Automatically it will fit to you the mobile views. Mobile view option will be there. You may see in many applications what you have developed. Means any web things, if you means web based frameworks applications, when you download and when you try to open that, there will be an option called as a mobile view. When you click on that particular mobile view, automatically it will fit to that particular mobile view. Many websites are there like that. There will be one particular function or a button will be there. When you click on that mobile view, automatically it will set to that. So how you can do that using a plugins within HTML code. Using a plugins, they will make the native device functionalities they will use, and it will set according to the screen of it. But one thing I want to tell you very clearly, it's not actually the mobile app, but it's in a web. Whatever a web page is there of you, it will fit into that particular screen, and it's a web page that you have to keep in your mind. And you know what is the difference between the web page and as well as the mobile app. And you have used many web pages and you have used many mobile apps. Key to key functionalities or key to key one to one interactions with an complex application in a mobile app. But in webs and all, you have to go with some theoretical concepts also. So that will be there. So this is another one type of an frameworks. Coming to the next thing is this is important points when you should note when you are developing an app. This is not in a textbook, just I have taken this particular concept. Now, current mobile limitations include bandwidth. Underline this particular point. You may ask me the question, sir, how limitations is there in a bandwidth? Either you are one thing I will ask you. When you develop a mobile app, either it should reach to every customer. Yes, you everyone will tell yes, it should reach to the each and every customer. For example, you can take Amazon and you can take a Flipkart. Now, Amazon is not only it's bounded to in a city, it's there with other districts and towns also, especially when you take an example of an Karnataka. Even you believe or not, it's there in my native also. It's a small town. Here also you can put an Amazon products and you can take. Now, comparatively, how a bandwidth will be there. Now, here we are dependent only on a BSNL and only on mobile bandwidth. Example, I'm telling in my particular native. So when I will have that particular app, how in city the app is working and the same type here also the app is going to work. There is no difference I am seeing, and I can book the elements, whatever means goods, whatever I want easily, and they will give the delivery. One thing. Now, why bandwidth plays an important role and how you are utilizing the bandwidth. Times when users cannot access wireless internet or phone networks, as well as a lack of technical capabilities such as a flash on many mainstream mobile devices. Underline this. What is this particular? Assume that for a sake, the person is using your app, and is doing some work. Means he is entering some data and all. Suddenly, internet will cut down. Phone networks, for example. How I can tell? So when he is moving in some vehicle and all, assume that he is using your app just for a sake. And when it changes from one region to another region or one means cellular limitation to another cellular limitation, automatically, even though phone calls will also cut, there will be a cut in a signal. So then internet will be cut. If your app will stop at that particular position, again he has to restart from beginning, he will be bored. So you should follow the customer and he shouldn't be bored. What you have to do now? Where he has stopped, he shouldn't feel like that there is a disconnection in the internet. When automatically the signal comes, automatically you will connect to the internet, then automatically you should start working. That feeling, it has been cut, internet is not there, then it has been connected. No, that thing shouldn't be there. For that, what you have to do? This is another one important thing in your apps. You should maintain. It means you should use some buffer memory there itself. Whatever work it's going on, let you copy that on a memory, and later on, once the task or one functionality has been completed, then you have to transfer that to a server. So for that, you may use an SQLite there itself in an app, the database or an memory database, and you can keep the transactions or what clicks the customer is doing. Just you can do on that particular. This is a one particular solution which we can give to him. And coming to the another important thing is not using means I can say the components which will use more bandwidth. What to say, the components I can say like this, means the buffering means downloading something, or means using the buttons and all, downloading something, it will take more time. Some components which you are using, again it has to connect to the server, again it has to come back. No, how you should be think, the virtual mirror should come and sit in a mobile after doing all the work, the whatever contents is there, it should take back to the server. Like that if you do, it will be good, your app will be good. And the flash functionalities, sometimes you have to use the flash and all, so that shouldn't become a problem in your particular app. So that you have to keep in your mind. And utilization of a bandwidth, with a small bandwidth also, your app should work. That type of features you have to fit in your mobile app application. Then this constraints give application creators the opportunity to focus each application on a precise set of features. Underline this. So when you will think, see, when user is working on a web technology, he will use a desktop. Now you can generally you can say like this: minimum 4 GB RAM will be there, and 7th generation systems, i5 or i3 minimum it will be there. So no, it will work very fast. So now when you come to the mobiles and internet, it will be one static place, the desktop will be there, and bandwidth will not vary in fluctuations. But when we come to the mobiles, the customer will keep on roaming, especially wireless network will be the internet will be there, our mobile internet phone networks will be there. When moving from one place to the another place and all, it will be not in a stagnant the bandwidth and all. Then how consistently your app has to be worked in that particular situations. For that, what features you should take into the consideration, that is very much important. Then mobile application creators can also use existing new interactions with motion and gestures. This is motion and gestures is very much important. Zooming, how you can give a means, why zooming is needed. For example, I can say the icons, whatever contents you will give very small, you will fit to the screen, and you want to give a large information, or functionalities will be very more, and you maybe your icon size and all will be very less, and you made a fit that to one particular 7-inch screen. Then you must give a zooming option to him. Otherwise, you don't work. Means if we can't see the contents clearly, for example, you take any app here. I'll go with an Amazon. Just I think you can see this Amazon, right? See how small it is there. Yeah, here essentials, fresh, and all it is there, and pay Amazon is there and all. So search, it is very big. When I click on this particular essentials, you can see. Are you seeing this? Then automatically you come over here, one particular product. Yeah, see how scrolling it's going on. And if you click on this picture, you come over this, right? Sufficient pictures are there which you can see. Yeah, this in this way, zooming, swapping, this is a swapping, right? Swapping is also I think you may see this correctly, right? Swapping is also working here, right? Tabbing means if you tab on this, a new page will open. Turning and shaking, even when you shake this particular thing, automatically you may set in your app like this, it can be connected to the payment, something like that, or a selection. So these features, whatever is it, zooming, swapping, tapping, turning, and shaking, you will use this particular features according to the features of our app or a design of our app and functionalities of our app. Based on that, you can have this particular thing. So this is summary which you have to keep in your mind. Now, one part, the pre-considerations, whatever is said to develop a mobile application has been completed. Any doubts is there in this particular thing, you can ask me. The final summary I have put in on a slide now, what you have to keep in your mind while developing, right? Any doubts is there, you can ask me now. Any doubts is there? Any doubts? Right. We'll go to the
No,
next. Yeah, we'll go to the next part. Now, the next part, whatever is there, the user mobile development things and all. Now it will be based on a user who is using our mobile app and how we should know about that particular user. And after knowing about that particular user, how I should make myself ready, my mobile app design. After making my mobile app design ready, what are the tools sorry I can use to develop this particular app? These things you are going to study in a part 2. Effective use of screen real estate. Now, very important you have to note this, that is use of screen real estate, that is in that dynamic time or in that realistic time, how effectively you can use that 7-inch or 7.5 to 7.5 inch of a mobile screen, how effectively you can use. That is, when I've shown you the 1 mg app, they have divided that entire even 7.7 inch screen, they have divided it into three parts, and one they have kept for that, and another one they have kept for an advertisement, and another one they have kept for to upload the prescription, whatever is there. Like they have divided that. They have used the effectively the screen, whatever is there. So how you are going to use this particular screen? That first step to use the smaller interfaces of mobile devices effectively is to know the context of use. This is very much important. What project I am doing means what system I am doing and what functionalities I am putting on this particular system, that you should know, and that context, what components you are putting on that particular screen to solve this particular functionalities, that is very much important. So what components I should put? So who are the users first? You decide that. This is very, very much important. Who are the users? For example, I'm doing an a GPS location, Google Maps. Just I'm telling you, Google Maps. In a Google Maps, rather than there is not a location-based or pictorial view is not there. Only theoretically they will tell that where you are. For example, you are at this so and so. You are at highway NH7 and so and all. In theoretically, it's keep on coming. As I'm just for a sake, I'm telling you. Theoretically, it's keep on coming. Then how many will read that particular thing? Okay, we will tell that, sir, in according to the languages I will display, and I will tell everything in a theoretical form. Nearby hotels, everything I will tell in their regional language. Okay, right, you will tell. Then how much patience the customer is having to read that. Maybe the customer is in driving, customer is moving in another way. Assume just for a sec. Now wherever I will go in my car, I will put my mobile into the mobile stand. New place means just I will tell from this particular place to that place, open a route. The route will be there. It's keep on going. Assume the map is not there. Google map is not there. No maps. No that marking will be there. It's keep on showing the road and all. Only theoretically it's this place. Then if I keep on reading, how I can try? Are you getting what I'm telling you? Then who are the users mind they will use in a Google Maps, for example? The persons who doesn't know the place, they are going to use this particular Google Maps. It's very clear, almost all. Everyone will use in that particular. Then they are the users means they will keep on riding their bike or something. They will keep on doing some other work. With that, they will see this particular route whether we are moving correctly or not. So with that, what I should do, then automatically a pictorial format if I do. The pictorial format, just 1 minute, just 1 minute. I'll. ఇది చంద్రన్ నా ఫోన్ చేసి డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తాను మరి ఏమో అడిగే Yeah. So that who are the users? Yes, users are the persons those who are traveling from one place to another place. They are the users. Then, if I give only in a voice format, as I'm just you are moving on an S7 so and so, and next you have to take a left turn after 400 meters and all, and like that, you may tell yes, sir. I will give that particular type of a solution. Text whatever it's coming. Let I will go with an conversion to voice also. Better, very good, good idea. But whenever there will be a lot of noise or other horns and all which will dominate your voice, then it is a difficulty to a user. So because of that particular thing, a live map will come based on a GPS. The location will be tracked, and that your position will be given with a moving icon or a pin, and it will be keep on moving. So you will know that yes, I am this particular point, I am there here, and I will keep on moving in this particular blue string. Even though they have given some voice also, there in 400 meters there will be a left turn or a right turn. Like there's an added advantage. So that is very much important. Who are the users is very much important. So coming to this means location-based GPS, you got it. Coming to the other, you take any commercial app, for example, Amazon app you take, or in a Flipkart app you take. Here, who are the users? The question, if I ask you, purchasers or customers who will purchase the particular goods or materials, they are the users who are going to use. Then how I should take this particular. Now what I should do, I should bifurcate my entire goods into a different parts or branches. Then that icon I should keep there. If they will click, for example, electronics, if they will click on electronics, you should go with all electronics items. When you click on the mobiles, all mobiles things. And the latest things, advantages, what it means, latest things, whatever is there, that should be displayed with the discount, something will be there and all. For that displaying option should be there. And then what else thing is there? So searching means group wise, maybe user feels difficult. For example, myself, I will feel a difficult that searching a mobile, when I will click on mobile, there are many mobiles things will come. Again, you may ask a smartphone, again clicking on a smartphone, it will time consumption. Why can't I keep a search bar? Search bar plays very much important role in Flipkart and Amazon. You know that where it's very simple. I'll go there and I'll type whatever is there in name I want. I will type that particular name of a product, whether it's there or not. I will check. Then it's not only a search bar; it should be an AI based machine learning based search bar like your Google your Google website or your Google search engine. So how these things you may do? For example, here the deep learning concept should be adapted to that particular search bars. You may ask me the question, sir, what is that? If I type some letters automatically based on that, whatever words is there, it will keep on displaying. Means your product, whatever is there, it should keep on displaying. Even myself, I don't know the product name clearly. I will keep on them. For example, cow dung I want, just for a sake I'll tell you. Cow dung I want. Cow dung, you know everyone, right? In cities and all, they don't get cow dung. Cows will not be there here and there. Assume there is a festival, they want some cow dung. So in Amazon or a Flipkart or somewhere in a shop close, they will write cow. So cow related products, everything should come in that particular thing. So these things should be there. So based on this users, you got a differences. I've taken two examples and I've told how a GPS related users and how a customer users will be there. So this is one important thing. Who are the users studying itself is very much important. What do they need? This is another one very important question. You know the users, but you don't know their need. This is the damn very important thing. For example, users are a customers. What customer actually want if I doesn't know means if I doesn't put all these features search bar, if I doesn't put, I will put only whatever goods I'm having according to that I will put. The user, the need, what he needs, if he doesn't find within a span of the limited time, he will lose his patience. Then he will lose a customer. That is very much important. It's just a human nature that you will have searching, how much searching patience you will have. So maybe of some 5 minutes, maybe of some 6 to 7 minutes he may search. If he doesn't find his needy things, definitely he will go, hey, through the app channel. No, this app is not good, and he will open another app. He will definitely, I'm telling. In a Flipkart, if you doesn't get this thing, hey, through, in maybe Flipkart is not a good Amazon map. Why? Because in a competition world, there are many other competitors are there to you. So for this particular reason, you should understand what they need. That's why you are having a places in a company. It's very much important. In beginning also, I told you that how AI, machine learning, and how cloud and how your mobile app and IoT things are interrelated, right? So with that particular thing, automatically you should go with an data science concepts or data analysis. You will apply, and then you will give a needed thing to him. That what do they need understanding is important. Why and how, when and where will they access? Another very important questions. Why they will come to your app? Why you are feeling like that? They will come to your app. Assume that they will come to my app. Why? Because I'm a famous person. Okay. Now, just for a sake, I'll tell you. Amazon is there, Flipkart is there, everything is there. What about last 5 years back or 5 years back? You assume. What about 5 years back? When Flipkart and all newly came, when it's coming with this, there is a Flipkart and all. How you have it? How advertisements it has been? And why and how they want you to do these things? This is, you have to create in what opportunity or in what the need the user or a customer will use your app. So in which situation the customer will use the app, why and how, when and where, when and in which position they are going to use. For example, a traveling person will use a Google Maps. A needy person of a goods will use Amazon or a Flipkart. Okay. For example, any flight tickets and all, I have to book something about hotels and all, tours and all. I have to so make my trip. It will come to my mind. Make my trip. Exit Vigo, which I will use like that. So this thing, why it's coming to my mind like that? I'm needy of that particular thing. Then I will see and I will download that particular app. And then I will go with that. So what type of the customers, for when they will use, why they are going to use, and how they are going to use, that things you must know. Where they will they access and use the information. This, maybe you are feeling that this is a small para. That small para will make your app, either it's a great app, good app, or a bad app. That you have to keep in your mind. Next. effectively use screen real estate by embracing minimalism, maintaining a clear visual hierarchy, and staying focused. What actually these things? So you can make an effectively screen or a realistic screen you can make, which will embracing minimalism. What is embracing minimalism? Just I will tell you. With a minimum things, I will tell lot of information. Just I will put one picture, one story will come. Are you getting my point? For example, I will tell you the best thing. I will tell you. What is this? Rama. I will put on a Rama poster. Rama is focusing on a golden deer. Just he is putting his arrow on a golden deer. What you will get? Tell me now. Just I put a picture. What you will get in your mind? Rama is not in a means princess dress. He is in forest dress. How is they? And he is in forest. He is focusing on a golden deer. What you will get into your minds? Just if seeing that picture, what you will get into your minds? Tell me, quick. Tell me, what you will get? Oi, what you will get? Everyone sleeping or disconnected? Disconnected?
No, no, sir.
Tell me what you will get. What you will get. If you are not like this, no, definitely I'm teaching to the walls, man. What I asked the question, you got it? You got it? What a question I asked you? Hey, tell your views. That's it. I'm asking. Tell your views. If you see that picture, what you will feel? Come on.
Sir, Rama is going to hunt the deer.
The deal. Only that you will get. Next, any others? I told golden deer. Means deer is there with a golden color. Any others? Any others? ಓಯ್ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ವಾ? Okay. You should be interactive in classes from next time onwards. See what usually we will see when I will see that particular picture. If you know about Ramayana, when just seeing that picture, you recall the story of that particular Ramayana. Means that part of that particular story. Sita asked the golden deer. Rama is going to tell that Lakshmana is behind at place itself now. Again, Rama will call Lakshmana. All this story will come to your mind just seeing just one particular picture. Usually. Why? Because we are to that particular story, and almost all Indians knows this particular sequence of a story in a many situations and all. So like this, for example, I will tell you another example also. I will put a tasty cakes in one particular screen. What it indicates that, oh, it's a cakes. I can buy this cakes or something related to cakes. It is there. So definitely I will get some cakes information on this. Just seeing a picture, just a picture. Seeing a cake, you can see either it's you can decide whether it's a black forest cake or a strawberry cake or ice made cakes, whatever is there, wallet cakes. Like that you can decide. So this is the embracing minimalisms. I want to tell a story. I don't tell a story. I will put just on a picture. With that picture, my customer or my user will understand the story. uh, this is very much important in a mobile development when you are doing. And maintaining a clear visual hierarchy. What is this maintaining a clear visual hierarchy? I will see if I want to tell a story of Ramayana. Just I'll tell you like this. If I want to tell a story of Ramayana in my mobile, so telling big Ramayana of some 500, 600 pages of a book, telling like that, my customer will become bored. So with some pictures, whatever is there, I'll tell in a short way. So born Ramayana, Rama's childhood photos, some 4, 5, then like that, step by step. Then Rama with Guru, then Rama with Vishwamitra, like that. If I keep on putting up pictures, Rama Sita marriage, then Kaike is asking yeah, her wishes, then Rama is going to forest, then Bharata will come take food fields, then coming to the forest, like that. Some pictures, if I put entire Ramayana, I can tell in pictures like that hierarchy I should maintain when I want to tell a story. For example, assume that the person doesn't know about an Raman. For him, if I want to tell, if I put the forest since beginning and childhood since afterwards, it's not correct. So anything what you want to tell the customer about your product, whatever you may be there like that, you should come with an hierarchical way from root to the leaves. Means what actually yours is from there you have to come hierarchical. Either you may use icons, either you may use labels, or other you may use a pictures, whatever may be that. So that you have to take. Staying focused, it's very another one very important. My customer shouldn't go off. He shouldn't be bored. Hey, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ನೋಡೋದು how much time I should see this particular thing. I don't want to say this. Means he shouldn't go. Means he shouldn't take off his focus out from particular app. Our app should be more interesting. Then how you can do that? I will put an attracting pictures or attracting icons related. Why the customer is using my app, I know already. Only that related things will be there where he can focus, and very light colors I have used, and good pictures are there where they can see. If you go with any lessiculars means fresh food apps and all, when you open and when you see how the related items will be focused more with pictures and all, you see that apps and all, you will get an idea. So these things should be focused by a developer always. So we'll take a break now. In the next class onwards, I will teach you the other things. In the next class onwards, we'll go with embrace the minimalism, what actually that, and how content you are going to put into the screen and all. Use hierarchy, means visual hierarchy. What is that? Stay focused for that. What you have to do and all. It will we'll see in the next coming class. Any doubts is there regarding now? You can ask me for this particular class. Just I'll stop the sharing. Any doubts is there? Any doubts?
Sir, we should also highlight which we are talking about.
Benaka, repeat once again.
Sir, we should also concentrate on highlighting the products now, sir. While
Yeah,
talking admission.
yeah, that I told. Product pictures is more than important than product information. The products you have to highlight. ಆಕೃತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇವನು ಡಿನೈ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. So you should focus on that particular thing, means product, and you should give that product picture. And once if you give that attractive pictures of a product, for that definitely he will come into that. Okay, picture is also very much important. Kishan?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah. Samir?
Sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
No. Any others having a doubt? Any others? Now send a message. Your sense you keep on type and send for this particular class. 52 members are there for today's class. Quick. Send your sense. This I'll stop the recording.